So our main focus lately has been to work on the new corral area and get it secure so that we can start keeping livestock in that location. So a couple days ago, I was able to modify one more of our heavy-duty gates. I welded a stock panel on one side of the gate, and this makes it so the gate now holds in our smaller livestock. This was the last gate that needed to be hung to close in the area in front of our white pole barn. So today we're going to continue to work on the corral. We're actually going to work on the inside of the white pole barn. We've done some cleaning. We got most of it cleaned out, but we need to clean and modify a few things before we can actually get the livestock moved to that barn. But as you can see, the weather has completely changed from a couple of days ago. We got a bunch of rain and then snow on top of that. So let's go check the livestock, and we've had to change things over here just because of the weather, and we'll show you what it's like in the old barn right now.
So the temperature has completely dropped. This morning, the wind chill, it was -4. Yesterday was actually a high of 46 and a constant downpour. The back of the barn where the animals had been staying was totally dry until yesterday, and then it just started filling with water. So we moved all the animals into the barn, and they've kind of been making a mess of it in there. So we'll go in and we'll check it out. If we can get in here. Come on, Ellie.
So we've been feeding square bales inside the barn, and we're making quite a big mess in here. We've been actually just laying out the bales on top of that bench right there, and of course some of it's getting dragged on the ground, but they're definitely starting to make a mess in here.
Yeah, they've been going through about a square bale almost every 4 hours.
At least twice a day.
With these cold temperatures. We've been putting some in these bucket things back here too.
Some of these old protein tubs we've been filling full of hay. Looks like we got a chicken laying it, trying to lay eggs in this one right now. What are you doing? Are you trying to lay eggs?
Could be. Is there an egg in there? Yep.
So we'll look here in the back of the barn. So this is where the animals were staying, is back in this open part. And you can see it has filled full of water back on this side, and now it's frozen. It's like an ice rink. And I'm sure there's nice mud right underneath that as well. This is all muddy on this half. Well, it looks like they still got water that's thawed out, and we'll probably bring them a bale later today, another one. But let's go ahead, we'll work on the white pole barn. So inside this barn, we've been cleaning it out. We got most of the small stuff is gone. So we still got some round bales we need to go store somewhere else, or the animals will just tear these all up. We got this old workbench. It looks like it was an old table. It's got like table legs. I think somebody made this. This was here on the property. This is exactly the way it was. I swear it's like a 12-foot long bench. Had an old junk vise on it. This isn't really worth anything. We'll have to get this pulled out of here. That old workbench, and these things are just in bad shape. This is all covered in like mouse poop and mouse urine from being out here. I mean, this is not something that I want to necessarily save. We've got an old gun cabinet. Somehow mice got in this as well and ended up ruining some expensive things. Let's just put it that way. And then we got this old shelf. This was on the property when we bought the property too, when you get it out of here. And then we've got this toolbox, which I dread because it's full of mice nests and everything too. Probably gonna open one of these up. And there'll probably be something in here. Like right there, look at that big old pile right there. That's a big mouse nest. But this is mostly big stuff left, so I'm gonna grab a tractor and we'll probably haul most of this stuff out with pallet forks. almost. Oh, there she went. Well, it was a good vise at one point in time. It's a Parker vise. You can tell it's like the whole top of it was welded back together. Or yeah, it's definitely, they broke the whole jaw off at one point in time. It's been repaired. Throw this in the back of the truck. I guess I'll haul this off, come back for the next bench. It is definitely cold out here today. Very cold. So when we first moved out here and we were living in our camper, this actually was my workshop. So this was my old pegboard. And needless to say, in this damp old barn, everything ended up getting rusty and everything. It wasn't the best place. All right, it's my old bolt man. It's still full of bolts. Save that. This is my old gun cabinet. And I don't know how it happened, but mice ended up getting inside of here and ended up building nests on top of like my shotguns and ended up like rusting the barrels and stuff. It was not good. I do not know how they got in here because it seems to be completely sealed. I'm not understanding it. And I can't get this side open. This side's, I think something's rusted or something. I can't get this side open. But this thing smells horrible. If you can imagine a mouse nest, you know how it smells.
I think I saw a mouse.
You think you saw a mouse? Sure,
Yeah.
just wasn't a leaf blowing. Anyway, I hate to like, I feel like
There is a mouse.
there is a mouse.
Yeah, you move
You're-
it and the mouse come out.
Oh, look at that. The very bottom of the cabinet. Look at that. You see that? There's a hole here, probably made to bolt it down. And then there's another one on that corner. And that sitting on top of a pallet, obviously that's how the mice ended up getting in there. So that was, that's too bad. That ended up being costly in the end, that's for sure. You think you saw a mouse peek out of a hole, like the bottom hole? Yeah, I'm sure this is probably completely full of mouse nests. There went one out. Anybody want a gun cabinet that stinks and is full of mice? I got a great deal for you. And only one door works, so I'll cut you a great deal. Pressure wash the inside, it'd be almost like brand new, except for the rust. You might want to put some Febreze in there too. Rebekah won't even come over here. She has like a 20, 30 feet away from mice policy. You want to hide over here in this corner?
I'm gonna walk past them.
Run real quick. You can do it. Just get by it. That's hilarious. She's running from the mouse. Just one? I thought maybe it was like a whole family the way you were acting. You were like prancing up and down. See, it's not that bad. I'm gonna have to put these closer together so the toolbox will sit on it. There you go. Ready? Probably good enough. We'll go ahead and throw one down because we'll want to feed the heifers tonight. Thank you. This light fixture, I don't know what happens if it's the flexing of the barn, but it slid this way and unplugged. I just need to slide it. See, and now it's plugged in. I'm gonna put a screw in behind it on this side, keep it from moving, hopefully. There we go. Now all the lights are back on. Well, there's only one thing left to move, and that's these round bales. We're gonna put them over in the other barn on those pallets that we laid down. And then that should be it for moving things. It is snowing right now in the barn. That's one of the bad things about this barn is like whatever the ridge had in the ridge, it doesn't have any of that, whatever was there, it's gone. So the snow can blow through the ridge and fall down in here. So it does snow in here a little bit. It's not the driest barn in the world. That's why most of my tools would rust out here, but it's still, overall, it'll be a good spot for the animals to be able to stay. Well, the barn's pretty well cleaned out now. We got all the big stuff. There's probably a few smaller things out here that need to be picked up, but overall, we have pretty much a blank slate to work with to be able to turn this into a livestock barn. So we'll still need to come out. We got to make some changes to the barn so that the animals don't get hurt out here. Plus, we want to try to make it where the animals really can't tear things up as well. And then get everything set up with food and water out here for them. So we do have a water hydrant back over here, which we'll need to protect so they don't tear that up. But I think we'll be able to set this up for the animals. And the good thing about this barn is we can drive in here with a tractor and clean it out. As in the other barn is so small you have to do it all by hand. So, yep, we'll have to end up doing that. Probably we'll start finishing this up tomorrow. I think we're done for today because we had to stop do the chores and now it is dark outside. I think it's about 5:30 at night and the temperature is dropping. It's dropping fast. So in the morning, the temperature is supposed to be -6 Fahrenheit. And windy. It's supposed to be a wind chill of -29. It's going to be cold, bitter cold in the morning. But I'm hoping to come back out here. At least inside of here, you'll be out of the wind. And I'm hoping to start getting the modifications on this changed. Maybe get it all set up with the food and water, get everything set up. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to move the animals over here tomorrow. But you never know with the weather, you know. With this cold of weather, who knows what I'll wake up to in the morning, right? There may be some kind of emergency I gotta mess with. But I think that's gonna be it for this video. I need to go grab some extra firewood and head back up to the house. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.